The Constitution of India. Preamble. We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact and give to ourselves this Constitution.
Welcome back, students. I know you all are studying now for your exam, is it? So, study well, and this video is coming on that week. So, while getting time after your studies, just watch and complete your notes after finishing your exam. Okay. So, let's start our session. Fine. So, last class we have discussed about database management system. Is it? It's a software to manage the data and it work with the systems or the hardware and any other components. Is it? So, today we are going to study about RDBMS, that is the Relational Data Model. That means the database, it is changed into a table format. The data, it will be saved in a different tables. So, we will see what is it? Relational data model. So, here the data will be saved in a table format. These tables are known as relation. Okay, and such software is known as RDBMS, that is Relational Database Management System. Okay, and here the main softwares which is related to RDBMS or the RDBMS softwares are Oracle, Microsoft SQL Server, it is based on Windows Server, okay, Windows operating system, and another one is MySQL, it is an open platform, okay, it will work with Ubuntu and Windows, and here it is DB2, Informix and Ingress. Okay, these are the different softwares which used to maintain a relational database model. Okay, so here most commercial relational database systems are which offers a query language that is known as SQL, that is Structured Query Language. We will study detail about that in the next chapter. Okay, and we can access these contents or the contents in RDBMS using the Structured Query Language. Okay, and next the terminologies which we are using inside the RDBMS system. What are that? Mainly as a table we have the rows and columns, is it? So here also we have rows and columns. So the data which is known as entities. We are entering the data in tables. So such data is known as entities. It is the name of a person or whatever it is, admission number like that. If you are maintaining a student database means we have the admission number, student's name, is it? Its date of birth. Like that, what are the contents? It is known as entities related to the real world. Clear? And another one is relation. That means if you are creating a table related to students' information, it is known as relations. That is the tables. Clear? And another one is, here is the example of a table. Student relation. That means student table. Here we have the options: admission number, roll, is it? Roll number, name, batch, marks and results. Is it? If it is a 10 students table means we have these details. Clear? It is a sample relation. Here we have the columns. How many columns you can see? Yes. That is 6 columns. Admission number, roll number, batch, marks, name and result. Is it? These are the columns and these data is known as rows. Clear? Okay. And next we are going to discuss about what is tuple. Tuple means it is the rows. Clear? Which is the rows in a table is known as tuple. It's an important word, please understand that. Okay, keep in mind. And another one is attribute. That means the column heading. Here the attributes are admission number, roll number, name. Okay, these are the attributes. So we have 6 attributes in this. Clear? And here these are the tuples. Here also how many rows are there? That is 6 and 8, is it? Here it is 8 rows are there. Clear? These rows are known as tuples. Clear? So attribute known as the column. Columns is named as attribute and the rows is named as tuple and the table is named as relation. Clear? And another one is degree. Degree means the number of attributes. That means the number of columns is known as degree. So during exam they will give you a table and ask what is the table and what is the cardinality, that is the number of rows. Okay, next we are going to discuss about that. Next is cardinality. That means the number of rows in a table. Clear? If you have 5 details in a table means you have that 5, that the cardinality of the table is 5. Clear? And next is the domain. Domain means the pool of values. That means if in a column you have the values, if you have in batch you have a science, commerce and humanities. This section is known as pool. Okay? If it is batches, repeating, is it? And the main values it is science, commerce and humanities. This section is known as domain. Okay. And another one is schema. Schema means the structure of the database which we are entering during the queries, through the queries or by developing the content. Okay. Table structure. What is the data type and what is the data type size like that. Okay. So that is the schema. And another one is in relation model. The schema is related with the name of each column and its type. If admission number here it is, we have admission number, it is number type. Clear? In name we have used the text. If it is date of birth, if we have means we will access as date and type, data type. Okay. So the type of particular data type and the memory allocation we are specifying during the design. Such content is known as schema. Okay. And next one is, so here we have discussed about the relation, tuples, attribute. Is it? The number of columns it is known as degree and the number of rows is known as cardinality. Clear? So these are the content. Here you have an example here. Student, while we are typing the design structure, we are typing through that SQL programs. Okay. And here it is the structure. We have an example here. Student, that is a table's name. First we have to give a table name. Okay, we discussed during the SQL program. And another one is admission number, the first column what we have. And here it is integer, this is the data type. This structure is known as schema. Okay, and here it is roll number, the data type is integer. And it is another heading name, that is character. Till how much? 50 numbers you can enter the characters. Okay, and like this batch, and here it is marks and the result. Okay, so like this you can define a table structure. Clear? This is for a table. Okay, and that is the schema, example of a relation. Okay, another one is instance. That is, so instance means if you are entering the details of each student has the same, that is the 6 details in a table. Okay, that 6 columns they have the values. Such occurrence is known as instance. How many columns it is entering the details or it includes the details. Okay, that is known as instance. In student table we have 6 columns and in that you are entering the details in that. Is it? Yes. And the next one is keys. So it is another one which maintains the security and the uniqueness in a database. Okay. So keys, it is an attribute or a collection of attributes. That means it is related with the columns. Okay, or else 1 or 2 columns it is related. Clear? How it is related? If it is admission number means it is unique in a table. Is it? So by that if you are insisting or you are controlling your database through that actions. Okay. Such attributes or such columns is known as keys or such An action which occurs in an attribute or a column, it is known as keys. Okay, we have different keys. One is candidate key. That means the minimum set of attributes that defines the table uniquely. That means admission number and roll number. Okay, at least one column should maintain the table as a unique. Okay, if it in class database means we have a roll number, is it? If it is school database means we have a class difference, is it? So like that, at least you have one column to separate the database content. Okay, that is the candidate key. Clear? Another one is primary key. So primary key is an important one. That is, it makes a particular table as unique identification number. One, if it is name means we have repetitions. If it is roll number means we have repetition in different classes, is it? So to make a unique one, we have the admission number. So one student have only one admission number in a particular school, is it? So like that we can make the table as unique or that make an data as unique. So such content is known as primary key, which identifies the tuple separately. Tuples mean that row. Okay, details of that particular student. Clear? So next is alternate key. What is an alternate key? We have different columns in a relation, is it? That is the attributes. If we have the admission number, roll number and different batch number like that, is it? So here only we can make only one column we can make primary key and another column is a candidate keys, is it? If we have made the admission number as a primary key and the remaining one it is candidate keys. So such columns is known as alternate key. Clear? Roll number, name and batch number it is candidate keys, that is known as alternate keys. Clear? Only one column we can make it as a primary one. So that is the admission number. Clear? So that is known as alternate key. And next one is foreign key. That means a column which is a primary one in another table and in its table it is a candidate key. Such content is known as foreign key. Clear? And next one is, these are the different one, that is the student relation table and here is the batch relation. In this, here batch code is the primary key. Clear? And here it is a candidate key. So this one is an example, batch code is an example of foreign key. Clear? And here it is admission number is the primary key and remaining it is candidate keys. So these are the alternate keys. Okay. By using this name also you can access the database, is it? And also the roll number also you can access. So such content is known as alternate keys. Clear? If you have correct format or examples of the different keys. So mainly we have primary key, candidate key, alternate key and foreign key. Okay. The main, these headings is known as by separating, that is known as keys. Okay, that is the word. And another one is relational algebra. Okay, so using some mathematical expressions we can access the data in RDBMS. So let's see how we can use that. Okay, these operations are performed with a special language. That language is known as query language. And here we have different names for that accessing the contents. We have different words here. That operations select, okay, project, union, intersection. We have the mathematical operations here we are using. Okay, and partition products like that. So here the selected project is the unary operators. You know that unary and binary operator. What is that? Unary operators means we are using single operator. Select only the table name. That is unary. Okay. And here union. Union means combining the contents. So that is the binary operators like that. Clear? So these are the main algebraic operations we are using this. That is the relational algebra. We are connecting with that. Okay. Such method is known as query language. Okay. And here the remaining operation, that is the binary operators. Clear? The first one is select operation to select a particular content from a database or a table. So here you have its syntax. Here this symbol, sigma, it is a symbol, and here you have typed in the condition, and here the table name, that is the relation. Okay. Table is known as relation. And relational algebra uses various comparisons. Here they are using less than, greater than. We are relating with that, is it? So we have the different relative relational operators. Okay. And here, so we'll see how to use that. Here we are using the student table, select result, that is a condition, equal to eligible for higher studies, that is the ELHS, from the student table. So you will get the table like that. Okay, that is the condition. And if you are typing select result, we are selecting from the result from not eligible for higher studies, that is the word. Okay. And batch equal to commerce. The students from the commerce batch who's not eligible from, that is not eligible for higher studies, from the student table. That is the meaning of this syntax. So if you are typing like that, means you will get the table like this. Only one student is not eligible from this. Okay. So like this you can access the contents. Clear? And next one is, next operator is project. That means we can select 2 or 3 attributes or 2 or 3 columns, that is known as attributes. Okay, here we are using the symbol pi. Attribute 1 and 2 or any one, that is number of attributes you can use with that student, with that table. Okay, here the example, name, project name, marks and result from the student table. So you will get a table like that. And here it is admission number and name, that is who is not eligible, that is who is eligible for higher studies from the student table, that is the operation. So you are getting the admission number and name of that student who is passed. Clear? So like that, if you want to display the details, means you can just use project operation. Clear? Okay. And next is union operation. That means you can add or you can combine 2 or 3 tables with the column. Okay. So we'll see how we can do that. If relations are union compatible, same number of columns it should give for both the tables. Okay. Then only you can add the content. Clear? So that is the operations union. Okay. And the next one is intersection. We can combine the tables. If one table contains 3 number of attributes and another one which contains 2 attributes, means we can combine through this intersection operators. If it is union, means we can do that. It should need same number of attributes. Okay, that is the difference between these 2 operations. Clear? Okay. So we have discussed about select, project, union and intersection. And the next one is set difference. Okay. So set difference mainly we are using this is a binary operator, and difference which is using to differentiate the tables. If one table which contains 4 attributes and another one which won't contain that particular column, means we can check which column is different from that. Okay. In this we are using minus symbol. Okay. And another one is Cartesian product. That means the combinations of the contents. If a teacher who is taking the class of 9th standard, means she is taking for 5 batches. Okay. So the combination of the students, it is increasing. So that type of products is known as Cartesian product. Here contain all the possibilities of the comments or all the possibilities of data we can calculate by the Cartesian products. Okay. And here the Cartesian product is denoted by the cross symbol. Okay. Product. Okay. That is known as cross. Clear? So these are the main contents we are studying in this relational algebra. That is the mathematical operations we are using to access the content in the relational database management system. So what is the relational database management system? The database, the content is maintained as a tables, that is known as relations. And the main terms we have studied in this: tuples, attributes, degree, cardinality and domain. Is it schema and instance? Clear? So, it's a simple condensed and you have to study well. It's an important topic. Okay. And we are starting the SQL program from this chapter. Okay. Study this concept. It is important. Then only you can able to work with that practical programs. Clear, students? Okay. So, after your studies, just go through the videos and complete the notes. Clear? Complete your exams. Study well. Okay, students. All the best.